My name is Delphine Reed, and this is a brief account of my father, Adam Henry White Sr., who made history as the first known Black president of a laborers' local in the state of Michigan. My grandmother told us that a delegation of white people came just to see the first Black baby born with a head of curly hair in Katanning, Pennsylvania on April 7, 1918. He captured people's attention even as a baby. Daddy had polio as a child and the doctors wanted to break his legs, but Grandma would not let them. As a result, he had a club foot, which made it difficult for him to do manual labor. So, he wound up becoming a coffee boy on some of the jobs. He was so vocal about oppression that he was given a pink slip nearly every time he was hired. When the white president of Local 334 blocked him from getting a job at the Renaissance Center, he threatened to lock the local up the very next day. Adam gathered a group of men and locked it up for 2 weeks until they finally gave him a job. The late Representative John Conyers Jr. brought him a clean shirt every day during the picket. In the course of his coffee boy errands, Dad would tell the workers that they should band together to stand up and fight the oppressive conditions. At one of the union meetings, he was nominated to run for president. As God would have it, he won, and his win was featured in Jet magazine. Once in office, Adam discharged the current business agents and replaced them with agents of every possible ethnicity. The disgruntled agents sued my dad for $50,000. The International Union intervened and dismissed the case. There were many death threats, and one of the new agents stabbed Adam during a dispute at the local office. Dad would not let the agent run his numbers joint in the same area he was assigned for union business. The wound was 1 inch from his lungs and very close to his heart. An intern at the hospital said it was fatal, but Dad said in his mind, "That fool think I'm gonna die, but I've got more work to do." In 2 weeks, he was back at his desk taking care of business. In the course of his presidential tenure, Adam White negotiated the first pension and vacation pay for the laborers back in the early 1960s. My mother was a recipient of that same pension when my dad died 38 years later. On several occasions, Dad was in the company of some well-known labor leaders. The picture with Jimmy Hoffa was taken at a labor convention in Florida, where he was one of very few Blacks present in 1960. I'm not sure of the occasion with A. Phillip Randolph, who organized the first successful African-American-led labor union, namely the Brotherhood of Sleeping Car Porters in 1925. Adams' tenure as president was brief but impactful. Over the years, he became known as the elder statesman, advising and assisting other Blacks in their successful election bids to lead other locals. Many other accomplishments were achieved, but suffice it to say that Adam Henry White Sr. made his mark in history. Upon his retirement, he was presented with a proclamation, among many others, from Mayor Coleman A. Young, and I quote, "Adam White is known as a builder of bridges, a setter of standards, and an achiever of goals which others have only dreamed of." I am so grateful for discovering so much of my dad's legacy through the research for the documentary I did on his life after winning a grant from the Public Benefit Corporation. I am also blessed to have had his presence, counsel, humor, and love for 47 of my years. Well done, Daddy. Your baby girl will never forget you.